And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
Preston Smith on the
north of 100 yards, the two scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Stafford delivers this to Hockenson. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
Complete to TJ.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
9 yards. First down, Detroit.
Out of the gun, Stafford. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long.
Line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw again on second down. Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
2-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
To the air again. Stafford. Open man. He's got him. The tight end, Hockenson. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the first down at around the 22.
It's funny, partner, you often hear how tough it is for a rookie receiver to adjust to the NFL. I think the same is true for tight ends. You're asking them to do a lot in the NFL game with the additional blocking that many of them didn't have to do in college. And T.J. Hockenson, he was a number 8 overall pick in 2019 and had a good rookie season with 32 catches. I expect that number to go way up as he gets more comfortable with the NFL game. A nice catch right there for a first down.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
He was covered by Jair Alexander.
Throwing again. Stafford. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Leading the Packers offense out here, the same man who has been doing so since 2008. That's the great Aaron Rodgers.
And the question swirled around Green Bay all offseason in free agency and through the draft. Did they acquire enough pieces to help their all-star quarterback, Aaron Rodgers? Just think about the last 2 years for him. 51 touchdown passes, just 6 interceptions, and rallied the Packers to 13 regular season wins last year and a trip to the NFC Championship game. He's still one of the top quarterbacks in the league, and the Packers are hoping to take the next step.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And able to find Allen Lazard. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I remember when Allen Lazard came out of Iowa State. Many questioned his speed and wondered if he could separate from defenders downfield. He got pressed into action in the middle of last year due to injury for Green Bay and wound up second on the team in receiving yards as he developed and got better each and every week. Remember that Monday night game against the Bears, partner? A late touchdown and a big comeback victory.
And for a second straight play, the Lion defense drops him behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Well, to me, that's taking a big gamble defensively because that alignment you see, that's normally something you see down near the goal line. Because now, if they decide to go play action, Something should be open there, and I think open big.
So maybe that's something that gets filed away for later.
I think without a doubt, you write it down, and if you see that look at a later date, go ahead and take your shot.
Thought they were going to force a fourth down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
With the score,
14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Desmond Trufant on the coverage.
To throw again. Rodgers trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Intercepted.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Now the rookie second rounder from Georgia, DeAndre Swift. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
At the 43-yard line.
That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. A reminder, still some good games coming up here in Week 2 of the NFL. Later tonight, a rematch from that Super Bowl a few years back. New England visits Seattle up in the Northwest. And then on Monday night, we'll be there. The first regular season NFL game ever played in the state of Nevada. The New Orleans Saints and the Las Vegas Raiders from Allegiant Stadium. That should be something. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
On the coverage.
Throwing again. Rodgers. This is Cobb with a catch right side. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
They'll roll him out right. That's caught. It's Robert Tonyan, the tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Rodgers now on first down. Caught left side by Cobb. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another nice Nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, Charles, we take a look here at the draft class for this offense. Overall, what are your thoughts?
Well, you know the fans don't want to hear it, but it always takes 2, 3, 4 years until we know whether a draft class is truly panned out or not. And when you take a quarterback in the first round, everybody wants him on the field right away. But the best thing is if you can play the long game with him, give him a chance to get seasoned before he has to play.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Now a look at the backup, Jordan Love. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
They were in a very good position to come up with a go-ahead score there. A really good drive. Instead, it turns into 6 points going the other way. Psychologically, I don't know what that's going to do to them.
So as a coach, you're looking at that as at least a 10-point swing, right? Because they had the field goal in their back pocket.
They certainly did, and you're right. At least a 10-point swing, maybe more.
For Detroit.
Taken in the end zone.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packers ready to take over offensively. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one, that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. And he comes back with one complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He'll get this to Lazard. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. That catch good for only a couple.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
3rd and 3.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Able to find Lazard. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
10 at the 28-yard line.
On 1st down, Rodgers got a man. It's Tanyan complete. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Now Mason Crosby for the Packers field goal try. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And the 13-year man puts it through, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3.
Lions 10, Packers 3.
So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know I think I need a little bit better effort in the second half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the shotgun, he'll throw. He's got his man on the crossing route.
Complete to Robert Tonyan.
They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. 25 yards there in the catch and run.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. To throw again. Rodgers. And this is incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Devontae Adams, his intended receiver. 3rd down here.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there. Tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
Hey, 626.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Rodgers' throw is taken in by Jones. It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 28-yard line.
On play action, now Rodgers. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Aaron Rodgers.
Romeo Okwara. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man. And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. Jordan Reed has it. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
1st and 10.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a 1st down.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Delay of game, offense.
Come on, baby, we gotta do our job. We gotta do our job.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Again, it's Jones. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
It's a gain of 3.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. The Packers keeping the offense out there now as he'll go for 2. They're going to run for it with Jones. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
I know the natural instinct is to kick the extra point there and tie the game. But here in this spot at this point of the game, is there another coach maybe weighing in with what to do here?
Well, I think that analytics are starting to say, with it being from the 2, that you're going for 2 more often. That makes sense. But there, I still like going for 1, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I mean, that's my first instinct, but I'm understanding how the game is starting to change. And we're getting a number of these quarterbacks who are telling their coaches, we should go for 2 all the time. I want to see if we ever get a team that actually starts to do that.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 22. He'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Pick up there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Stafford. Here's a screen to Powell. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a play fake and it's Stafford. Over the middle, complete. That's Peterson. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Open man is Galladay, complete. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the 1st. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. 1st down, here's a run with Peterson. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory.
He's across midfield.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd
from the gun. Here's Stafford. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. And it's 3rd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
In punt formation.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Now the Packers get set to go. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 18. He'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Hey, 50 the mic.
Now Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. It'll be a gain of 4, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe, trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
They'll take over.
Scoring has really been at a premium, and Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, it's hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Stafford looking left side, and he's got a man. That's James. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6. Points.
1st and goal. Detroit.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Here's Swift. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And that moment we just saw, always so special for any rookie, the first touchdown of his career.
And there's nothing like anticipation, is there? You know he's been dreaming about it, thinking about it. It's been a part of every bit of his being. And finally, it gets done. He's got to feel great right now.
Prater for the extra point. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Fields it in the middle of the end zone.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. And the interception that ended their previous drive, that might be one we look back on and say that was the turning point of this game.
Hey, partner, guess what? There's still time for a few more turning points in this ball game. They're only one score down.
Yeah, true. We could have some twists and turns. Stay tuned. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Dillon now on 1st and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Brought down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. That's complete to Lazard. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. There goes screen with Dillon. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. We'll check on his status when we get back. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with a football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Lions will take over. They'll try and wind down some clock with Peterson. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. I have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop him with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Now it's Stafford. And that is incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And looking up into the sun, he's able to make the fair catch inside the 20-yard line. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. To throw is Rodgers. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Rodgers. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. One final try for Rodgers. We've seen this before. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long